What is going on, everybody? Josh 3 Arch the Archer. So this report right here is saying that James Harden is open to relocating to a different team in the summertime. We'll say the 76ers have the best chance of getting James Harden in the summer if the Nets don't click with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. If they lose the finals, I would say that James Harden has a highly likely chance of coming to the 76ers. And according to this report, the 76ers are showing interest in James Harden. Pretty obvious. They always have been showing interest in James Harden. 2 years ago, they were trying to get Ben Simmons involved in a James Harden trade. That didn't happen. Ended up going to Brooklyn. So this report right here, them saying the 76ers are interested in James Harden, not too much of a shocker. But the thing is that this report is coming out right before the trade deadline, and it got me thinking. Daryl Morey, he's been passing up on a lot of trades that has been happening. He doesn't want this player. He doesn't want this player. So could he be coming up with a massive plan in getting James Harden before the trade deadline? Like, I'm really thinking this has a chance of happening. The Nets right now, they are on quite a bit of a losing streak. KD is out with an injury. They were looking good in the beginning of the season, but right now, I don't really know what's happening with them. So maybe could Daryl Morey somehow snatch James Harden and bring him into the Philadelphia 76ers? I really feel like this has quite a bit of a chance of happening. I will say it's kind of low just for the fact that, you know, James Harden is a really good player and it's probably going to take a lot of pieces for him to end up on the 76ers, but it still has a chance of happening because Daryl Morey, I think he's going to have something up his sleeve. I think he's going to end up getting a really good player for the trade deadline just because of how quiet he's been and he's not really doing much right now. And for James Harden, like I said, I think he's going to go to the 76ers if they lose. If they don't, it's probably going to sign back with the Brooklyn Nets. This right here, man, if James Harden can somehow end up with Joel Embiid, like, they're going to win the finals this year. Like, this is an automatic 100% win. Joel Embiid, MVP caliber player. James Harden, MVP caliber player almost every single year. The 76ers, I really think they should do whatever they can to get James Harden without moving some of their young players like Tyrese Maxey. I know Tyrese Maxey is probably going to gain a lot of interest with the Brooklyn Nets if potential trade does go down, but I would say trade everyone else besides Tyrese Maxey. The guy is really good at the game of basketball, so having to trade up Tyrese Maxey would be really bad to happen, not gonna lie. I would just love for Tyrese Maxey to remain on the team. So if they could somehow just get James Harden in a way that is basically just like a steal, that would be really good to see. And it kind of wouldn't shock me because of all this news that is happening and kind of the quietness remaining around Daryl Morey. Like, the dude, you haven't really heard him saying anything regarding trades. There's also been some indicators that saying that maybe Ben Simmons is gonna come back to the 76ers. So I really feel like, you know, this is some interesting news to have out right here. Just a little thing, you know, James Harden, he's open to leaving. Like I said, this 100% means that if they lose the finals, James Harden's leaving. I don't think he's gonna stay with them if he loses. There's not really any point for James Harden to stay. Just the fact he's getting older and he definitely wants to win a ring. That's the point. That's the reason why he wanted to go to the Brooklyn Nets in the first place, because he wants to win a ring with Kevin Durant and Kyrie. With that being said, though, I think that's gonna wrap up things with this video. What do you guys think is gonna happen with James Harden in the summer? And do you think he's gonna be traded before the trade deadline? With that being said, though, Josh 3 Arch, the Archer, and I am out.